Hey y'all, welcome back to Jaleesa Unfiltered, where we talk real life, real choices, and real change. Today, we're having a conversation that may be uncomfortable, but it's necessary. The topic has been making its way around YouTube. It is a pretty sensitive subject, as you can see by the title. We're talking about Black women and obesity. Not just the stats and the stigma, but the personal responsibility we need to start taking. I say that with love because I am speaking from experience, and I'm going to open up a little bit and be a bit vulnerable here and tell a bit of my own story shortly. I'm on my own weight loss journey, and one of the hardest parts was admitting some of the choices I was making were hurting me. It wasn't just life. It wasn't just genetics. It was me. And once I became more aware, I realized we have more power than we think. I remember someone telling me when I was 19, 20 years old, "You keep eating like that, you're going to get big when you get older." And I was so offended. I thought they were just trying to be mean and hurtful, but sadly, I only ended up proving them right. And now it's hard for me to look at myself and find peace in how I look and how I feel physically. Let me know if you can relate. Being confident in how you look and feel is great. Body positivity and all that. But how is your overall health and well-being? Today, let's unpack the data, challenge the stigma, and talk about real solutions for us, by us. Look, as much as we might want to stick our head in the sand and pretend that this is not a problem, numbers don't lie. According to the CDC, nearly 57% of Black women in the United States are classified as obese. That's compared to 39.8% of white women and 46.9% of Hispanic women. This isn't about shaming, it's about understanding. Obesity increases the risk of conditions like heart disease, diabetes, stroke, and certain cancers. Black women are already disproportionately affected by these illnesses. But this isn't just about statistics. It's about what we're doing every day, what we eat, how we move, and how we take care of ourselves. For years, I brushed it off. I said, "I'm just thick," or "this just runs in my family." But honestly, I was eating way too much sugar, barely drinking water, and never moving unless I had to. It wasn't about knowing better. It was about not holding myself accountable. If we're being real, a lot of us are stuck in habits that are slowly taking our lives, and we act like it's normal. So let's talk about it. A bit of my backstory. Growing up, I stayed very active. I started dancing at the age of 3, all genres of dance. When I moved to the States when I was 12, I kept dancing all the way up until I was about 20 years old. I also ran cross country a couple times, but I never really got the opportunity to compete. Anyways, I was always working out, but I also was eating whatever I wanted to eat because I never gained weight back then. I honestly didn't know how to eat healthy or maintain a balanced diet. And after going through some things as a teenager, when I got older, I developed a terrible relationship with food. The foods I didn't get to eat when I was younger, I ate it all now that I was grown and had access to do what I wanted. I also became a mother at the age of 18, so I didn't prioritize my health and wellness consistently. Life happened and I started making excuses for my choices. That's when I fell into yo-yo dieting. My weight fluctuated every other year, but stayed within a reasonable range until I hit 30. Everything changed. And do you think I paid attention then? Nope, I didn't. I saw the weight packing on, but life started to get better. And once again, I had even more access to eat what I wanted to. All the high calorie foods, sugary drinks, junk foods, all that. Honestly, I even tried becoming a mukbanger because of how much I like to eat, but my spirit wouldn't let me keep doing that. Anyway, at the age of 33, I realized I hit my heaviest weight and I was stunned. My husband got us a treadmill and I started getting more active, but the weight wasn't dropping as fast as it did in the past. I felt completely defeated. I wasn't gaining any more weight, but I was also not losing as much either. But it was coming off slowly, and I realized that while I was a little bit more active, I still didn't change my relationship with food. Then I got pregnant with our son a few months before I turned 35 after having a miscarriage. I was so excited, but also very nervous because I knew I was very overweight and considered high risk because of my age also. But thankfully, our son was born healthy, but my pregnancy was a bit of a struggle physically, and I did experience complications due to my weight. I'm now 7 months postpartum and still at my heaviest prior to pregnancy. And now that our son is moving towards solid food and I'm not nursing as much, I began my weight loss journey a couple weeks ago. I had to stop making excuses and start making better choices. So when I saw a video popped up on my YouTube recommended page about Black women and weight gain and the obesity issue that is on the rise within the community, especially with women, it spoke to me personally. And I took a look at those videos and I realized that, first of all, I'm not alone. And secondly, it is a real issue that needs to be discussed. And we have to find a safe space within our community where we're not criticized for wanting to get healthy and caring about our well-being, and that we're not judged either for, not knowing how to make better choices and falling into this cycle of obesity. So I just wanted to speak on it within my own right, going through this journey myself. And some of the things that we experience, they truly are just excuses. We say we don't have time to cook, but we spend hours scrolling on social media. We say the gym is too expensive, but spend $40 a week on takeout. We say we're big boned, but ignore the shortness of breath when we're walking upstairs. This isn't judgment. This is truth. I know trauma, stress, hormone imbalances, health issues, culture, and lack of knowledge can all contribute to our weight and wellness and lack thereof. But what I had to learn is that my body is the result of my habits. What I did consistently, not what I did occasionally. That doesn't mean it's easy. It means I'm responsible now. And once I owned that, I started to change, not overnight, but step by step. You don't have to become a gym rat. You don't have to go vegan overnight, but you do have to start making better choices on purpose. Here's a little bit of what I started doing. First, drinking water first thing in the morning. Stay hydrated. I realized I wasn't hungry, I was dehydrated. So I try to track my water intake and make sure that I'm drinking 60 to 80 ounces daily. Secondly, tracking my food without shame. This makes me more aware of what I'm putting into my body. The third thing is moving just 30 minutes a day. I started walking 2 miles a day around the track at a local park. The fourth thing, saying no when I'm full. I try to stay present while I eat. No scrolling or watching TV because you can become unconscious and overeat. Fifth, cooking at home more. It saves money, plus you know exactly what's in your food, the salt, seasonings, oils, sugars, etc. And lastly, asking myself, is this helping me or hurting me? And I still slip up sometimes. I'm still learning. And like I said, bad habits don't change overnight, but I try to stay conscious so I won't keep making the same bad choices. It's not about being perfect, y'all. It's about being aware because you can't fix what you're not willing to face. I know this was a tough topic, but if we don't start being honest with ourselves and with each other, we'll keep passing these bad habits down. Yes, systemic issues and access matters, but so do our own decisions. We have to stop waiting to feel ready. Start before you're ready. Start with what you have. Because you're not weak, you're not lazy, you're just unpracticed at doing what's best for you. And you and I both are capable of change. If you're on this journey too, I see you, I'm with you. Let's hold each other accountable with love, not shame. I appreciate each and every one of you that took the time out to watch this video and get this far. Like I said, I know this is a very touchy subject for some of us, and I can only hope that this topic has inspired you to make a change if you have been on the fence about doing so. We have to do it for ourselves, for generations after us. We have to show our kids better so they don't make the same choices we do, so they can then teach the generations after us. You want to feel good, not just for anyone else, but for yourself. And hey, if you are comfortable with where you're at, if you have no desire of changing, this video isn't for you. This video isn't to offend anyone. This is just me also holding myself accountable and sharing my journey with you because maybe we can be in this together. And that's it for this video. You guys, don't forget to subscribe. Please drop an orange heart in the comments if this message spoke to you. This is Jaleesa Unfiltered, and sometimes the truth is what sets us free. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace and love.